The main reason people can't make money online is because they don't know what online business actually is. Picture little Brian in 2020. I'm 20 years old and all I really do is nothing. I basically harvest the world for any dopamine I can get out of it. I play games all day, I eat junk, I do every bad habit you can imagine. The only thing stopping me from ordering pizza 2 times in one day was being too poor from student loans. There isn't one positive thing in my life that I'm doing, except I'm trying to start an online business. This is really weird for someone that literally does nothing productive. But at the time, I wasn't doing it to retire my family or get generational wealth. No, I'm doing it because I'm lazy. I just know that I don't want to get a job because if I do, that means I can't wake up at 2 p.m. anymore and I can't play PlanetSide 2 for 12 hours a day anymore. So alongside his games, junk, late wake-ups and everything else, little Brian does actually dedicate a couple of hours of pretty unproductive hours per day to this. But my brain is literally cooked at this point and nothing business related ever works out for me. And in fact, I'm doing things like watching gaming compilations on one monitor whilst trying to learn to code on my main monitor. Little did I know what business would do to me. Because fast forward a couple of years later, and I've got all the success that I wanted. And now it's come full circle because I have the time to play PlanetSide 2 10 hours a day if I want. And I have time to get 10 pizzas a day if I want. But the problem is, I don't want those things anymore because business changed me. And if you see it through, business will change you. I started business because I thought it was an easy way out. A way to work less and earn more. And whilst it does allow you to do those things, there's far more to it than that. I'm Brian. I help you make money online with your hobby so that you can quit your job. If you want me to personally help you with this, click the link in the description right now. Everything they say about making money online is true. You can work 4 hours a day. You can move out to Thailand and live out there. And you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And you can make tons of money, way more than you'd be able to make in a job. But it comes at a cost. And that cost is killing your old self. Because right after you start taking business seriously, and I mean seriously, it's going to take months of dedicating your entire life to this, where everything you do is aligned in some way to succeeding at business, yet for months you won't see any progress. And this is where almost everybody quits. The people that actually started in the first place, which 90% of people don't, this is the next great filter. Just look at like basically 95% of the YouTube channels out there. 2 months of consistent posting, stopped. 2 weeks of consistent posting, stops. 4 months, stops. It's the same story over and over again. This is where the vast majority fail, and it's where either you adapt and you grow from this, or you go back to your old life. And you're ambitious, you're watching this video, which means you have something inside of you, like this drive. So you're obviously not gonna do this, so you only have one choice. By the way, if you're struggling right now, you've maybe just started recently, or you've been into business for a while, and you keep having these thoughts of, is it worth it? Maybe I should quit, maybe I should switch jobs instead of trying to quit my job. I don't know what to do. Read Reality Transurfing. It's a really good mindset book and it will absolutely change your life because it changed my mindset quite a lot and I've only just read it recently, so give it a go. It would have really helped me because when I first started business, I seriously thought of quitting like 4 or 5 times. I started applying for jobs again quite a lot of times, and there was so many nights after I had just posted a YouTube video and I was trying to think of my next idea and I didn't know whether it was gonna do well because my last one I thought it was gonna do well and it didn't. Like these hopeless nights where I didn't know what to do. There was a lot of those before I finally got some traction, so be ready for that. There's 2 relaxing facts about this though, and the first one is that everything is hard. No matter what you pick, there's someone out there making a lot of money with it. So if you like something, stick with it. See it through because that's the fastest way to get to the other side. Everything is hard, not just your thing. So remember that. And the second relaxing fact is that all you really have to do is keep learning and applying what you learn and just stay consistent. Basically just iteratively improve and never stop. If you do this for long enough, your dream life is literally waiting for you on the other side. As you gain success, you gain this belief in yourself and it's easier to keep going, but those first few months are almost like a rite of passage, and they're really important because they build you into the person you need to be to succeed at business. And the best thing you can do to get through those first few hard months is to actually stop treating business as something new and exciting. Just make it part of your life and accept that you will never stop because you want to succeed at business, right? This isn't just some passing fad that you're tagging along in. This is the case with the gym too. As soon as you kind of forget that going to the gym takes discipline and it just becomes part of something you do, is the moment that you wake up one day and you realize that you have your dream body. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I think the reason this works, treating it as just part of your normal life, is that it takes power away from it. If you treat it as this big, grand thing that you do every day and it's going to change your life, then there's a lot of pressure around it. And if something doesn't go your way, it's going to lead to emotion. And emotion isn't always good because negative emotion is what causes you to quit. I was delusional, thinking I could be the same person I was and still make it in business. It's funny because we all start things for a certain reason, like we might start gym to get more girls, for example, but you end up going because you just find it relaxing in the end. You completely forget about the girls. Like, when I was 17, I'm pretty sure that's the reason I started it. But now I've had a girlfriend for the past 7 years and I just go because I like it and I like seeing the improvement. In a similar way, I started business because I just wanted to carry on being lazy, but that's not the reality. In business, you have to take on all of the personal responsibility for the amount of money you make, the amount of, satisfaction that your clients have, and that causes more stress. You have more responsibility, but that also causes you to grow. You also have to learn discipline, and that's the thing that I was missing the most. And this is harder than it seems because a job essentially forces you to be disciplined. Otherwise, you're going to be kicked out and your livelihood depends on that. So you don't really have a choice. But in business, it's easy to start slacking, especially after you start making money, because the consequences don't immediately appear, and that can be dangerous if you're not disciplined. Only after you develop those traits is when you can work 4 hours a day and you can relax on a beach in Thailand. But the part that nobody tells you is whilst you're doing those things, you're thinking about how you can optimize your thumbnails or how you can deliver better results, how you can alter your business so that you can get more sales. You're thinking about all of this whilst you're relaxing on the beach. But the funny part is, now you actually want to think about those things, because when you work your own business, you're creating a legacy. You're creating generational wealth. You might be retiring your family. You're doing all these grand things. Everything you do directly benefits you and whatever goals you have, not some fucking corporation. Whereas sitting in a 9-to-5 is like getting your soul harvested. Working on your business is like coming to your metaphorical dojo to practice. And just like a traditional dojo somewhere in the mountains of Japan where you have a sensei and you do the same thing every day, wax on, wax off. Business is your dojo and it helps you develop very similar kinds of skills. At first, when you first start, you kind of sit down, you're messing around, you don't really respect it. But then slowly things change. You take on more responsibility, you do the same things every day. You grow, and this builds you into someone worthy of respect, even if just to yourself. Respecting yourself is a really important part of just being happy. And if you succeed at just making it something you do, something you just go every day, practice every day, you're gonna wake up one day after 2 years and realize that you've got more success than you would have ever dreamed of. If you want my personal help with turning your hobby into a business, then click the link in the description right now, because this life is worth pursuing, bro. You can do this. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next video.